Hello and welcome back to Beer Dog Reviews. Got a stout for you today, and from Little Critters we've got their Great Danish, a maple and pecan pastry stout, coming in at 7.4%. So, as you expect with all Little Critters beers, absolutely fantastic artwork. So you've got a couple of Great Dane pastry chefs there. So baking up some Danishes. I've got to say, every time I have one of Little Critters beers, I am astounded by the fantastic artwork. Let's have a look at it. A Danish-inspired pastry stout with a pinch of pecans and a splash of maple syrup whipped together into a dark, delicious treat. So, obviously, water, barley, wheat, oats, hops, and of course, maple syrup and pecan extract. So, let's get into it and see what we've got, shall we? Now, I'm sure you know by now, I love stouts, especially this time of year. I don't know what it is, but a nice dark beer is perfect, isn't it, in the winter? Get into a glass. Doesn't seem quite as thick as I would expect, especially considering it's on the higher end of the ABV. But there it is. I might have it a bit too cold, perhaps. Very slow moving carbonation. Don't know if you can just about see it, I think, on the camera there. And it gives a very, very gentle, barely existent tan head. That is, I mean, dare I say it, it's jet black in the glass, isn't it? There's nothing getting through there. If I hold it up to the light, nothing at all. Right. Huh. Let's get into it and see what it's like. This is it's a 440ml can, so how it hasn't all fit into this glass, I don't know. Excuse the lighting there. There we go, that's better. I think my phone's trying to compensate when I move in front of the lamp slightly, but right, let's have a look. It does smell sweet and sticky. I am picking up the very slightest hint of maple. It's not overdone in any way, that's good. And if it was literally just maple and nothing else, it would be a bit sickly, wouldn't it? Well, it certainly smells good. That's a good start. Good sign of things to come, shall we say. Let's get into it. Oh, wow. You're not picking up any of that ABV level. Could be very dangerous, of course. You are getting the maple on the front end there. It is quite sweet, but it's not overbearingly sweet, which is good. There is a stickiness in the character there, which I would expect in a stout such as this. But you do get that characteristic roasty, toasty malt coming in, hints of chocolate, hints of coffee, hints of smoke. The tobacco smoke, cigar smoke element, very dialed down, which is what I would like for this type of beer. Even the coffee, very low. The chocolate's there, giving a sweetness. It's not too much of a dark, bitter chocolate. I mean, it is, well, it's fantastic. Let's get the last drop into the glass. There we go. Fantastic artwork. It really is. Very low bitterness. It is a bit thinner than I would like for a stout, particularly a pastry stout. You know, you expect that nice, thick, unctuous, oozing character, but that's quite alright. Not picking up too much on the pecan actually, which is a shame. But then saying that, if you go to the shop and you buy a maple and pecan Danish, the pecan is just a few nuts strewn across the top, and chances are by the time you get it home to eat it, the nuts have all fallen off, so you've got a maple Danish, haven't you, really, with some nuts on the side. So maple, sweet, sticky, there's a touch of vanilla in there, very slight chocolate, bit of that roasty malt that you come to expect, and it's not too bitter on the back end. Really is fantastic. Is it a bit dangerous that you're not picking up the ABV in there? Possibly. It's quite drinkable as far as the stout goes, which, you know, drinkable and stout aren't two words you would normally put together, but is it a delicious beer for winter? Yeah. Can I see myself grabbing a few more cans on my next order from Little Critters? Definitely. It is, well, it's truly delicious. And yep, absolutely perfect for these cold winter months. I expect some of those pecan flavours might come out a little bit more as it warms up a little bit. What I should have done was get it out an hour or so before I wanted to drink it, but yeah, when you sit down at the desk, you think, oh, fancy a beer. You're not going to get it out, put it to one side and then wait for an hour, are you? But all in all, is that an absolutely fantastic beer? Yes, it is. So, cheers to you all. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down there. And of course, until next time, very happy drinking.